Hey boys, good morning. Almost vampire reporting in. Woke up like 35 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. Got a coffee here, and we got Heralds of Ariel until 7:25. There's a Blackwing Lair raid after that. After that, not sure. Maybe play Clan Molder after the raid. Yeah, all three new campaigns have a short victory, which is crazy compared to some other short campaign victories. Yoo-hoo! This is part 4 of Heralds of Ariel. We've been staying longer in Nagarot is the continent, dealing with some other stuff, so we didn't really manage to get another magical forest yet. We dealt with the Moratti, and we're trying to be peaceful with both Dark Elves, remaining ones, and High Elves. The plan here is right now complete the ritual of the Witchwood and go to Ataloren, start doing the Confederation missions, take Ataloren and start doing the objective here around Ataloren. Since we had to deal with a major power early, like Moratti and some other stuff in Nagarot, we didn't manage to get into Ataloren yet. So basically, this is the same objective as Draika. Is just we are a little bit behind because we didn't go to Ataloren very early, like with Wargrove of Woe. The Witchwood is getting what's it called? The Ritual of Rebirth, and we already have Oak of Ages, which is currently has a plague. Goddamn scavenging around, it seems. And we're just gonna have to go into Ataloren and sort the situation here for Confederation. So you can see a lot of missions here. Our main mission, the search for Kedinkar, is out of the question because it's controlled by Malekith. Malekith is #1 power, which we can actually work with right now. If we take all of Ataloren and we sort our military, become a major power, we can then do Clarkaron to see the quest line, if it's gonna be convenient.
Who seeks me? Twin defenders.
Yeah, this is our main army here. We have some support army here. This is another 6 turns, and it looks like we have 1 force here. We had to do some trespassing here. This used to be our territories, but Malekith just taken everything because the Beastmen raised it. And for some reason, trespassing with Malekith causes 20 negative relations, and it goes down 2 per turn. They've definitely changed the values regarding trespassing. They actually made it worse. This doesn't make any sense because stuff like destroying Skulltaker's armies gives us only 3 points, while just touching the border, which used to be our border, gives us -20. So I'm not sure what was the idea behind that. It looks like it might have to do something with Malekith Strait or Dark Elves in general. But -20 is a massive penalty. So trespassing with some factions may increase chance of having war. This is all still due to random and their focuses. With their focus, they declare war anyways, but if you keep trespassing, they might change their focus and declare war on you anyways. Instead, I mean. So there's another invasion here. This is the 3rd one from doing the ritual. Looks like the ritual rebirth. You get 3 of these invasions in. 2 are starting, and 1 is like 2 are like on 3 turns, and 1 is like on 2 turns. So you can deal with them pretty fast if you're there to do the ritual. Otherwise, you might do some defending. Our economy is a little bit tight because we started a 2nd army and we cannot afford it. Only 1 magical forest can support 1 army. As you've seen in the Drakas campaign, more magical forests you can easily afford more armies. Having Oak of Ages also is a big help as well. And playing with elves, you get even further upkeep production.
The Sisters of Twilight.
We switch units here. Let's see.
Awaiting duty. When do we fight? Only when necessary.
We don't really need this.
Twin defenders of the glades.
We have a big range army here. Some regiments are renowned. We could use some melee units.
I glide
We can transfer the Wardens of Citral and the Loex Tricksters.
So I dance.
And we can just disband the rest. It's just draining our economy right now.
Order is all. Onward together.
Who we dealing with here? With the Skaven, and we ambush them? Okay, what kind of battlefield is this? Dense forest? I guess it is a dense forest. It's one of them nice battlefields. We have Warp Lighting Warlock Master with a very balanced stats. Some Plague Monks, bunch of Clan Reds, one Skaven Slave Spears. There's a Mortar. There's a Warpfire Thrower, Globadiers. There's a one Mutant Red Ogre. Nothing really crazy here, just take care of the Mortar.
It will be a glorious battle.
But I'm putting extra speed right now on the Hawkeyes of Drakira. They have 50 speed. Yeah, better to keep them on them. The Enigmas have 64 speed. The whole army gets 5% ward save from the Sisters of Twilight, and some of the post-battle options sometimes can give us some stacking 5% physical resistance, which is quite nice on some of the units.
This is the life.
We have 8 units of Hawk Riders, so it's gonna be airstrike when the battle starts. The volley of Kronos is insane. I like mass battles like this. So you can immediately nuke those Red Ogres and Doomflayers. Huh? You have 5 units of Glade Guard. We can start shooting in this area here. This can get instantly routed. The Mutant Red Ogre can last a bit longer, but I have two units here. We put this unit in the forest, it will have an active buff. This is what I was talking about regarding the Forest Stalker. This Forest Stalker ability, it grants melee defense and accuracy, but you don't see if it's active. So I'm suggesting the Forest Stalker be an ability on this list, like Guardians over the Wildwood, so you know when it's active. It tells you here, it's basically the same thing as the Forest Stalker. So if this unit has a Guardians of the Wildwood active, then you know they have Forest Stalker active at the same time if it works. But you can't really say if the Forest Stalker is working on Eternal Guard, because there is no indicator. This is a nice area to start shooting everything here as the battle starts. I have 2 very nice infantry units to hold them when they get close. This unit initially gets hit, and then we switch to melee attack and we will slaughter a large unit.
The forest does not
68 attack with 23 anti-large. Holy fuck. someone backstabbed me in my drag campaign and took the Oak of Ages raised to the ground. That's what I was worried about. What do you mean backstabbed you? Did you have any pacts with them? Because if they just attack you, that's like surprise war, not a backstab. Not supposed to be able to get diplomacy with them. Raise the oak, huh? Wood elves raise the oak. I mean, what the fuck? Why is that even an option for them? That is just... I don't believe you. Attacking you, that's like... Wow. That's like the worst thing that can happen. Wood elves attacking the Oak of Ages and raising it. Come on, man. That's like... Even for this CA, that's too much. For the late CA, lately CA.
Battle ready.
Okay, we're gonna go with Foot Nukerino here.
Armed and ready. Wildwood Rangers. Riders of Athel Lauren.
I guess there's no room to deploy them like here. Let's see if we do it like this.
Cavalry. Awaiting orders.
So what do we nuke here? I guess start with the Plague Monks at the top. Let them just column into big explosions.
Very well. Very well.
This is a nasty way to start an ambush battle. Like super nasty.
As you say. Yes. Yes. Understood. For Athel Lauren. Swiftly. At speed. Ever ready. Hunters. At once.
Send in the Air Force so they get disrupted.
Dusk's decree. Guided by the wind.
Looks like Mortar managed to open fire once there.
It shall be done.
As you say.
You can also slow them down with the Curse of Unrare,
Deep wood.
like the AoE here. If they enter the area, they're gonna get slowed down while they're getting nuked.
Sisters of Twilight.
At speed.
Probably gonna get a warp lightning here, right? Maybe we can nuke this guy before.
Cavalry. Right. Athel Lauren. Now. We accept.
The forest calls.
Go! Hurry! For Athel Lauren. With haste. Orders acknowledged. Quickly! Swift! Way Watchers!
Ariel shows the way.
We stand ready! Hurry!
Night Run, so.
As you say! Orders received! It shall be done! Understood! Forever loyal! It is done! Orders acknowledged! Very well! For the eternal realms!
Decisive victory, huh? What the heroic one, huh? Managed to kill quite a bit of them. Poor Red didn't manage to cast Warp Lightning.
enjoyed that.
Now that since in the film like this, they should pretty much disappear, get destroyed. These guys should always be just go one battle. Because the follow-ups are bonkers. They actually allow that shit. The moment the army that was getting into the forest gets defeated, they should just disappear. They should not be allowed to retreat.
Strength in mercy.
But instead they're allowed to retreat, and if they're undead, you might even get 5 bells.
There will be blood. We fight for the forest. Accept Ariel's will.
We got 2 turns of taking physical resistance.
Mistra,
16 turns now, look at that.
hurry it up. I seek prey.
Okay, we can now use Deep Roots and go to Ateloren. We're done here.
Guardian of the Deepwood, Assyrian Wilson.
What do we have here? Oh, looks like it's red. Red anvil and an arrow and the teeth. Mental sword, ching.
Eternal Guardian.
Reinforcement range with the Lord's Arm, but this is not a Lord game, but the range at least works. The one actually is not bad for the Sisters, the Hawk Companion. We can put, keep one of this to protect this area here. They get ranged reinforcement is actually okay. 2 skill points. Let's see. Okay. Guess we finished their unique skills last time. I've done hundreds of these. There's only a couple of them which must be one or that, which it's hard to remember, but I remember most other ones. You're supposed to turn the dials. It's 2 dials that they match with the icons, the colors, the lines, and the icons. You basically use a system of deduction, and we check which one it's not. If you want to make it guaranteed, check every color. For them, the bow and blade and the always ready is amazing. Always ready, I feel like, since this is an incredible range unit, always ready is amazing. I'm not sure how they fight with the dragon. Is it the same range behavior as the eagle? Maybe somebody knows. If it's the same, always ready is incredible. They start with the kind of below average armor, I might even say low armor. So if the dragon behaves the same way as the eagle when it comes to their range attacks, always ready is crazy good. Crazy good. So bow and blade and always ready is the way to go. You might want to get Prey of Multiplayer, but you can just go campaign skills or extra battle skills instead. I think campaign skills are recommended on the Wood Elves. So you start with a decent money from the start. This will pile up your treasury. This will push a second army faster, and lower upkeep just in general is good. Just 5 here and 5 here means this faction has to, the Wood Elves have to spend 2 extra campaign skills to get their version of Renowned and Feared. So you need to spend 13 campaign skills. Their unique skills are not critical, but this one is very strong. I mean the personal prowess. I said we're not gonna do Sisters of Twilight or Draco with campaign skills first time, but getting Wonders of the Forest. Uh, 2 points in the Obscuring Canopy. Get the Open Branches. Then 3 points in Quartermaster, 1 Lightning Strike, 1 in the Swift Fingers, because it's a pretty nice small scouting. And then in Home of the Bows is the way to go. Home amongst the Bows. This will sort your economy, and you will not struggle to keep up with money until you get more magical forests, which is no problem to get. It's just depending how you prioritize early game. Is Stand Your Ground worth it? Filler point, not really. Not really. Honestly, Stand Your Ground should be here, and Rally should be removed from the game. Rally is just nonsense. Rally makes sense in a historical war. Or multiplayer. There are situations when the leadership is helpful, but most factions having a streamlined rally is like just because copy pasta. Rally should be something else, like some other factions have it for the Wood Elves. For Wood Elves, this doesn't do anything. Currently we don't need initial battle skills. We could actually use the Nature's Quiver. This one is crazy for the Wave Watchers, like absurd. Because this one doesn't give you ammo. This one is not critical, but it definitely is very strong for the Sisters of Twilight. I think buffing an army as a whole is definitely better. We're not gonna go crazy with Hawk Riders, we're gonna keep combination. But I think 8 Hawk Riders is more than enough. So Nature Quivers is the way to go for the later Wave Watchers. Even the Shield of the Forest would be good to have a couple of ground units like the Wardens or the Tricksters. So it doesn't get it gets swarmed if you get outnumbered. Since we don't go campaign skills, we can definitely get more battle skills. But in the future, it's probably gonna be around 2 battle skills. 13, 12, 35. Yeah. They just have enough for 2 here and 3 here, and they're always ready with campaign skills. Still have a pretty amazing build for them possible, considering their skill set. Campaign skills, battle skills, and unique skills. This is a pretty amazing lord, very OCD friendly on the build. Might even put additional battle skill here as well, instead of always ready. If you like to get a little bit more variety in the army. These units just don't fit this army. This should be more for Orion thing, really. Considering the main trait of this lord. So the Swinging Bows is probably just the Orion flavor thing. Or flavor of one of the Glade Lords. So no Shield of the Forest, really. We could get the dragons. They have 10 extra attack. Dragons are much later in the game, so I can ignore this for a while. I think these two and these two make a lot of sense. This is the infantry archers, this is the Hawk Riders, and then this is the Hawk Riders, your infantry archers. And the Hawk Riders are the strongest unit for this faction, while the units that are in the Bolts of the Forest and the Nature's Quiver are the strongest Wood Elf units. At least when it comes to range. So we're definitely not doing campaign skills, like I said. We're gonna get always ready. See how much they can spam
Oh my god.
their range attack.
Have you seen that shit?
They start with 15 ammo, but they get 2 extra because of faction buff. And we can get additional 20% ammo and reload time reduction. Reload time reduction on a lord is important because the lord does not get experience. Ranks, like the reduce reload time. Like for example, you can see here, this is the experience. As this increases, their reload time goes down. So basically they shoot faster. More damage. Hey Gates. So yeah, we'll stick with the range flavor with Hawk Riders and ground infantry, and we'll have a couple of regiments renowned to support it. No campaign skills, and we'll make the sisters themselves stronger because we're not going campaign skills. So it's gonna be cool to see how powerful they get as a single unit as well. The units, the buffs that actually buff the lord themselves, like these buffs here, are always the worst option. All the campaign skills and battle skills are always the best option. But this lord is very powerful as a single fighter unit, so just getting always ready is incredible. Because they, you know, how we call them again? Oh man, I need to finish my first coffee. Gunship? Yeah, gunship. And they get a Forest Dragon mount as well if you complete the quest. They don't have special items because of the Forge. Instead they get a Dragon quest.
Twin defenders of the glades.
King of the Druki.
Blitzing is able to beat Sword Masters and Chosen seems too much. I don't know. Makes sense to me. The somebody else do have extreme melee prowess. I mean, just look at in Warhammer 40k, the Howling Banshees. And in a world where pretty much there is a weapons that can destroy a whole planet. Even then they go crazy with melee. Well, the War Dancers were always amazing performance if you apply them right with proper buffs. So having a elite version of the War Dancers, I'm not sure what's wrong with that. Saying they're stronger than the Sword Masters, well, it's obvious. A faster unit with resistances will always be the slower armored unit. It's the same shit, Sisters of Slaughter versus Executioners. Except the Sisters of Slaughter are tankier, while this unit is more of a glass cannon.
When do we fight? Only when
There always has to be a unit, elite melee unit in a game, especially in a I would say a Warhammer game, that when it comes to melee it just deletes everything. Otherwise, what the hell is the point? Not all units are supposed to hold the battle line. Some are supposed to just go through it. When you get reach that stage of the game where they're all fully buffed, if they just just don't go through the line, delete everything, then that's not a very good melee unit. Otherwise, why use melee later? Just how it should be. Because as the game advances, you unlock more powerful units, more large units. I mean, you get fucking dragons, which can, you know, breed everything. The wizards get super powerful with high ranks. You get a legendary lord. So it's completely normal for a melee infantry unit to get to the point where it just goes through everything in melee. Using battle lines and tactics when you're in a world where there are gods, demigods, nuclear weapons, doesn't work there that much. So when you hit that stage of the game, you really have to get to the point where you have bigger guns than the enemy, or at least bigger magic. I mean, Emperor knows it. State troopers can only do so much. Hence, they have so heavily invested into artillery and magic. Empire is more invested in magic than any other faction in the world. They know.
All hail, Kernos.
Unless we put these heroes in the army, we can't really bring them with us.
Tempestuous Arahan.
Oh my god.
Hangman Max.
Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
Itching for fresh battle.
A new powerful weapon now. Let's get an enchant item this time, see what it's about. Ammunition and real time reduction. Huh?
The Sisters of Twilight.
So we can get an upgradable item that can give more ammo and more real time reduction to sisters. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Hit points, physical resistance, who cares about that? Give me a glass cannon gunship. If they can't get to us, if they can't hit us, and we can just keep shooting for days, get the fuck out of here. 5% replenishment. We'll get the replenishment also. Give me that ammo and reload time reduction. This shit gets upgraded as well. Enchanted item with ammo and reload time reduction. Get the fuck out. Wow, I love the sisters.
Twin defenders of the glades. Sanctuary is ours.
We can't trespass with Malekith, he'll attack us, so we have to just leave this place.
Protector of the forest.
Okay, let's see what's going on here in diplomacy. Not trade available because we have no route available. Nagarond, if you don't give him a little bit of money, we're probably just going to destroy this whole place here.
Are either very brave or very dare.
Goddamn Malekith, there's a superpower formed around us. We can't touch Clarkron right now. We have to go back to Atalor and become a power ourselves. We cannot become a power here.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit.
So for now, we have to respect Malekith, really. Otherwise, fighting Malekith is going to take 100 turns without expanding in the Ataloran.
What brings you before the Lord of the Black Tower? I approve. The Witch King of Nagarond will hear your words.
This is how Malekith should be, fucking scary.
Craving prey.
How do you move between the groves? Taking one cyber. So, you see this button here?
when
you click on the army, select the army, and then you click on the deep roots, and then you click on one of these icons here. And you're instantly teleported there. And you keep moving. I just need to put my both heroes in the army so they go with us.
Forest is whispering.
The ritual is about to be complete here, so we don't have to stay in the Witchwood. We can remove the Eternal Guard, and the Zodes cost too much currently per turn. We'll get them back in 10 turns. That'll save us over 5,000.
Ariel,
We need to bring with us both Forest Stalkers.
serene
Regarding
master,
infrastructure here, this will be upgraded for more missile strength, amazing. And the last building, we have all infrastructure going up. I guess the last building makes sense for the garrison. And you have to build this because of the buff, even if you don't want to upgrade it. You don't want to upgrade tier 3. Tier 3 is shit. Tier 2 is amazing. I don't know why the hell they give you a downside to the garrison on tier 3. At least there should be extra units, so it's not another that big deal. Glade Guard with the Starfire Shouts, aka Sisters of Twilight, get downgraded to Poop Scouts with Swiss Shivered Shards. Oh my god, what the fuck? Why do they keep Deepwood Scouts such garbage? Is it because of the multiplayer? Fucking hell, man. The Deepwood Scouts are poop.
Ever vigilant. I will stop them.
itching for fresh battle.
This is just amazing. This is just another building in the game that you don't want to upgrade because the higher version is worse. How do you create a higher tier building that is worse than a lower tier building? And you have to pay for it. You have to fucking pay for it. You should really thank the AI for upgrading this one to this one because you get to fight easier unit.
Defender of Athel.
A higher tier garrison building should always give more units. Because it's obvious that the developers have no idea which unit is stronger. Just look at the tier 4 versus tier 5 Skaven garrison. So by adding more units to a higher tier building, the devs will look smarter. And not like meta idiots. This is not even effective meta, this is like it's obvious which unit is better there, it's like...
All hail Colonel. He will not succeed.
Twin defenders of the glades.
Okay, we click on the button here. And we are going to Ataloran.
When do we fight? Only when.
And there we are, boys, in Ataloran. In Ataloran there are various missions. Fighting Greenskins, we can confederate Vidriot. Fighting Bertonia, we can confederate Torgowan. This one will not happen right now. Maybe Dwarves, Warrior King. Ooh, this one I'm interested in. Razor Sec, the Falling Down Settlements 10, and we get Talsin. Talsin are having problem with the Skaven right now.
Highborn.
I thirst for the hunt.
Hopefully we don't get the plague here, that would totally cripple us there. Maybe we should have waited 2 more turns. Get the public order here. Public order comes from the events, because they forgot to put a public order building. This is pretty much a little bit of everything. Trade, growth, public order, economy. You should have a higher tier with more public order. Probably like tier 4 with another 4 public order. And a core building should have a public order as well. So since they forgot about public order again, we are relying on events to increase public order on a legendary difficulty. The low public order only hurt our growth and line of sight. The rest of the things don't really matter for everyone else. Kadai gives us Forest Health +1 per turn to all magical forests. It's credible. 15 in relation with the High Elves. We keep the High Elves neutral by dealing with Malekith as well. We don't want to ally really with Malekith, and we don't want to ally with the High Elves. We're just going to be in the middle. So we can improve diplomacy with the other elves easy. This faction has it even easier than the other ones, because the Sisters of Twilight have a unique skill that gives +15 diplomatic relations with all elves. And there are various technologies. You can get 25 with Dark Elves, and you can get 30 with High Elves, and even you can get a technology here for 10 relations. If you're worried about playing campaign where you don't know how to manage diplomacy, and you don't want people randomly attacking you, this Ember technology should be a top priority, and should be a top priority with any of the Wood Elves because of extra ammo. So lower that bad RNG where people randomly attack you. It's not guaranteed they'll not attack you, but they'll just lower it. And if you want to be in the middle of the High Elves, Dark Elves, and not deal with both of them or any of them, well, just get the technologies which improve the relations with. It does seem like, looking from the Dry campaign, that the aggro on the Wood Elves from other factions a little bit less. But if they're allied with other factions and you know, they go after you, you know, for whatever reason, you're still gonna get into big wars. The thing is, you wanna just avoid anybody attacking you, and do what you need to do. Get the magical forest under control. Yeah, at least you don't have to deal with rebels. That's correct. But still, the fact they forgot the proper public order on the Wood Elves again, it's a little bit sad. I think this is an obvious technology for so Heralds of Ariel. So not only you get more ammo, which is amazing, but you get smoother diplomacy in the world. Because we care about magical forests, we really don't care about other settlements.
The forest protects. The forest provides. Harmony prevails. How tiresome. Awaiting bloodshed.
They do have +1 additional forest health for winning battles in magical forests and other in their hitlands. So Sister of Twilight gets additional 1. I think base is 1, technology is 1, and the Aran's Reckoning is 3. So if they're doing it in the forest, they get 3 per battle. And those random things you get around will just can fill it up pretty fast.
I would never let you die. Nor I you.
So this faction, if you just ignore the start, you can just pretty much just go out to Lauren and heal this pretty fast. If you just, for example, ignore Moratti and try to work with her instead. Which is possible due to all these bonuses to diplomacy. Holy shit, all of Atle Lauren is in play. What the hell is this? Clan Pestilence here?
I am content.
In 4 turns, we get 1 Ember.
Itching for fresh battle.
Oh, that's the thing with a lot of factions like Atama. This is just, you know, a different starting location and different lore from the start. You have military X with these people?
Welcome to the halls of Athel Lauren. What do you want?
Orion will happen unless he gets murdered by the Skaven. So attacking Bertonia will get us Torgoan, which is the Wolf's Armor. Does make sense.
The Sisters of Twilight.
And we can't get the fuck out of this place.
Show me a foe.
Show patience, sister.
We lost a little bit movement because we moved the Forest Stalkers into the army. So, how do we fix this? How do we fix
Ariel's
this?
will.
This one has a bad movement down.
The deepwood stirs.
Move out of the army.
Twin defenders of the glade.
It looks like the movement got lost when we moved because this guy moved with us.
Swiftly.
So we
Inseparable.
can't really improve this right
Invincible.
now. We have to get the fuck out of this plague area. There is plague everywhere. If we get a plague, we could have plague for a bit. We don't have actual military access here, right?
Stands before me. Speak, how dare you?
Duty.
Adventure.
I guess we go into the oak and we use the I guess we can just do this and then go there. We have to risk a little bit plague. Bubble Core +5 all provinces. Hell yeah. That's what we want. +10 to other Lauren. Okay, another 3 army. I think we actually faced the same army with the Wargrove Vow at the same spot.
It will be a glorious battle.
The balance of power is skewed because of the ambush. We get also more than one battle because we fight him. We have a rule if the enemy has actually let me just use the command. No favorable outer zone battles where enemy have 15 more units. We have a rule for outer zone because you know Skaven exist and nobody wants to watch an outer zone campaign, especially when it matters. Some of this balance of power gonna be in your favor, but on battlefield it's gonna be a different story, especially against Chaos. You gonna get fucked on a full yellow bar. Especially they have a lot of large units. But instead you just click that middle button and yeah, I win the game. Hey there, bro. Okay. We do have 83 missile strength and 24 armor. We get another 35% base armor. We do have magic attacks on 4 units.
Sisters of Twilight.
It's easier to route the trick in than to kill them, but they still have a lot of leadership because they're the AI. We're getting in a position where our archers will not get swarmed.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit.
I think the left side makes the most sense, so we just go from there. Yeah, Gnarzik. We should probably snipe their big stuff immediately. One thing is having a bunch of tricking around, but with 3 men in the mix.
Asray Riders!
So we should just go snipe that 3 men immediately while we are nuking things around. These guys will be shooting from the side here, the snipers. Once we get 35% more armor, it's gonna be incredible there. And we have 2 units to stop their melee.
Sisters of Twilight.
We'll also slow them down with the Curse of Unrare. It's a pretty good slow effect in a big radius. It's our pretty much only magic here.
Hand of the forest.
I can have the sisters shoot here. Well, this is just a thing, Captain Modern. You can just get into any fight and create a mess, or you can get in any fight with more than 2 brain cells and not create a mess. Because, like, if you go in every fight and create a mess, like most people do, it's like, who's gonna watch that shit? I mean, that's how I do things.
Archers ready!
Battle ready. Sisters of and dusk.
Way Watchers!
I wonder what happens if you just put all the volley on the tree, man. I don't think that can miss.
Seizing the position. With me, sister. Arahan and Nestra.
I expected actually at the lead, but no.
Riders of Athelloren!
We can actually take this here carry that to get bottleneck, because we can get swarmed here. We don't have that many units there, so not wave watches when they shoot with other stuff. Definitely when I have to slow them down a bit.
Ariel shows the way. Nature Deepwood Mage.
Deepwood Cavalry! Swiftly!
Hunting my foe.
Way Watchers! Quickly! Hurry! Armed and ready!
Bringing harmony.
Wildwood Rangers! Ready to ride!
They must fall.
Way Watchers! For Isha! Foes of Athelloren! For the Eternal Realm!
Speed of Azrael.
Go! Now!
The season of war. As you say.
Way Watchers! Blade Guard!
Order.
What did you say, Captain Morn?
At once!
I don't hear you now.
Your command? Right! Orders acknowledged. Understood. With haste! Cavalry! Yes!
Let's send my wizard and sister to just block this area.
Tireless! Awaiting orders! Wildwood Rangers! With haste! Like the wind! Sound the horn! Straight away!
So watch has dealt with 3 units there.
Cavalry! Trample them!
Orders understood.
Blade Guard! Children of Athelloren! They will die! Hunters! Orders received! We stand ready! We accept! For Athelloren! Now! Hurry!
Right Emperor.
Blade Guard! Orders! Kill them! At speed! At speed! We
I how the wave watchers can have armor to deal with multiple units in the same fight.
Ever ready. We are tireless.
With haste. Guardians of Lawrence!
Riders of Apple Lauren. Please God. Quickly! At pace. Riders to battle.
Sisters of
Yeah.
Twilight!
Just had to pin them down a bit. We can double our damage if we replace this ones with Wave Watchers.
Will triumphs once more!
Wave Watchers deal with nearly 3 units there. I mean, these are the rank 9 ones, of course, with full battle skills. Still missing the technologies.
Accept Ariel's will.
We get 1500 gold and 5% physical resistance for 3 turns, which adds to the current timer. It's incredible.
Sent by the Mage Queen.
Serene Nestra.
Tempestuous Arahan. Haste is required. Find me in the war room.
Hopefully we don't get the plague there. They have 19 ammo now, and we get the Ember for another 35% ammo. I get another magic missile on. Jesus.
The craftsmanship is impeccable.
Night and day. It had best be my turn next.
She thinks she's getting a turn.
Defender of Athel.
There's definitely some items that you wanna reforge, but most of them you just best ignore. Well, hopefully we don't get the plague here. What the fuck is this plague man here? What the shit? Oh my god.
It will be a glorious battle.
Ariel grants clemency. Harmony must be imposed.
Your prestige grows, my lord. News of your conquests spreads far and wide. Your developing power is noted by even the most distant of kings and bestial lords.
When do we fight?
Only when necessary.
For a second I thought the army got the plague. Don't scam like that game.
Duty.
Adventure.
So we hit the first bonus here.
Highborn.
We're gonna go fight Bretonnians for the Confederation of Torgwyn. This is gonna be the first
The
objective.
forest is whispering, treading silently.
I stand strong behind the shield of defiance.
I get Ember, I'm getting Wisdom of the Ash, more ammo, and diplomatic relations with all factions. This is gonna be incredible.
Defender of Athel.
Who calls me hence?
The Sisters of Twilight.
And we get money from bells.
Serene Nestra.
Tempestuous Arahan.
15% cheaper. Forest Held matters more, actually, there.
Proud
I
son
thought I
of
already had
Ariel.
this one here. So, to Confederate Torgo one, we need 3 battles against Britonium. And for Orion, we need to sack or raise 10 elements. So we can sack this one and raise it next turn. I did lose my siege attacker.
Ariel sees all. Dawn, dusk, strong.
We saved 3000 here. That's basically better loot from a large battle. If we had the technology. We're still going to need the more forest held, and we're gonna need money. Yeah, when it calculates the movement for the underways, walled routes, beast pets, it's always lags. It's just like just a thing in the game. Especially if we move around the map.
Carnage, harmony, bloodshed.
We'll get money next turn, because this is gonna be, yeah.
I am Malekith, Lord of the Black.
It was 19k last turn, yes, because the Lord has Engineer or Architect. Probably Engineer 5%.
Yet you may speak your words, but they will change nothing.
It was also like that with lag. When using this stance, yeah. Always lose a lot of FPS. So what do we have here? Engineer, 5% cheaper, yeah. I could have done that first to save 1000, but yeah. Not the end of the world. We're not getting a second army anytime soon, so the extra is irrelevant. We only need money for the second army right now.
Harmony prevails. How tiresome.
We can also attack the Skull Smashers here, they're just exposed here. We Confederate if we fight Greenskins, Vidria, that's good as well. We get 2 battles here.
When do we?
It's currently better actually. And these factions will like us more. Beautiful. We can actually ask money out of maybe out of Baston.
What vile filth stands before me? I will.
My deeds are legend.
Get 2 battles here and then get another one, and we'll Confederate Vidria first, and then we'll get the Torgon with the Bretonians.
I'm bored, sister.
Cease your prattle.
Eternal Guardian.
Do we know about Clan Skryre? Don't know about Clan Skryre, okay, let's leave it that way.
Protector of the forest. Stalking.
Looks like this plague might have come from these guys.
I would never let you die.
We have to really wipe these guys out.
The Sisters of Twilight.
Retreated? Oh, I'm gonna get only 1 battle then. What, I have 14 units?
There will be blood. This is the life. This is the price you pay.
Yeah, can upgrade this thing again. Ooh, we had more campaign movement range.
My thanks, Master Smith.
Bring me
Why grant
battle.
Nestra tools of war?
So bored.
229 range.
Patient.
We got a nice damage buff, 5-point end reload, that's without the buff. Without the buff, where is it? The Grimdar's Vantage, which gets us another probably 1 second. It's basically better version of Hawk's Precision. I do get the reload there. I guess for the Overwatch, the other one is better. Reload time is better for the Lord. You have 21 armor from 15.
Awaiting bloodshed.
So what we need here? We need another 2 bells with greenskins. Fortunately, don't have a siege attacker here.
Awaiting duty. They will know order.
I guess we defeat them outside and then we besiege a settlement and we do the third battle next turn.
Harmony shall reign.
The branch raid is not really a wizard. It's missing some stuff. The malevolent branch raid is a better
War is tragedy.
Spellseeker Lord of Life is the way to go for the regular wood elves.
Deepwood Cavalry.
There's a lot of orcs and we don't have enough units to ground them. We're gonna have to go around. We could try to nuke this one down, and this one is gonna be a little bit far. It's a big battlefield. So we should just crush the main force here. Hopefully they use their VA. This will give us confederation with Vidriot. Second battle and then third battle next turn. Get a second magical forest. It's huge. At this point they're probably gonna be tier 5, which is even better. But that's one advantage of waiting a little bit to get the more magical forests. You get them on a higher tier, because they're ridiculously expensive to get tier 4 and 5 and not really worth it for a long time.
Warriors of Ariel.
We don't have the extra armor from the tech yet, so it's gonna be close with armor here. The Hawkeyes can go melee though.
Dauntless Azrael.
Warfare! I'll enjoy this! Dusk's might!
We stand ready. Very well. Yes. Orders received. It shall be done. Yes. Forever loyal. Forever loyal.
Make sure they get harassed on this side here.
Wildwood Rangers. It shall be done. We understand. Way Watchers.
With me, sister!
I'll give them a big slow here.
As you say! Sisters of Twilight! No alternative!
At once.
Seizing the position! As you say!
Immediately. Yes. Right. Swiftly.
Moving as one! With haste!
They're getting poisoned by the Hegmane tips as they're getting closer as well.
Wind Weaver! By Ethra!
Go.
Bringing harmony!
For Athel Lauren. To battle. Awaiting orders.
Guided by the weed! Season of wrath! Saint Louis!
away! Quickly, now!
Onward!
We accept. It is done. Forever loyal.
Looks like the armor's gonna be just fine.
Orders acknowledged. We accept.
Causing such a high damage, they might just rout before reaching this other forces.
With haste. At once. Hunters.
At once!
Way Watchers. For Ariel. Straight away.
Ready to serve! Near the deep woods!
For Cave.
From the earth they come! I will! Of course!
Quickly. Orders. Quickly. Your orders.
The forest speaks!
Kill them.
Armor's looking good.
Burn us. Ever ready.
Hawk Riders are about to go out.
Quickly! The forest calls!
At me. Awaiting orders.
At the Lauren! We will obey!
With haste. Swiftly. Swift. Right.
Orders!
Blade
Galadriel still has plenty of armor. They should longer reload than the
for the
Hawk Riders.
As you say. As you say. It shall be done. Orders acknowledged. Understood. Trample them. Understood. Very well.
Understood! Sisters of Twilight!
By Kurnos!
Light! Twilight supremacy!
Deepwood archers! Kill them!
Galadriel had just enough armor for this fight.
Blade guard!
You can get 35% more ammo with the tech, and it's gonna be even enough for Hawk Riders. There's other ways to get more ammo as well.
They will die! Cavalry!
Probably should have focused more on their characters than the mobs, so they were getting closer.
Get to all! Let's hunt!
Characters are hard to route in the trash anyways.
Forces of Athelloren! Where'd they go?
Now!
Blade guard!
We had 4 armor left on one on the Grey Guard.
Ready and waiting!
Our melee actually did some fighting as well this time. We have those 2 extra units.
Quickly!
We have what, 18 units in the army?
Way Watchers!
Sisters of Twilight! End them!
They have swiftness, should be able to catch those guys. Wow, this goblin's running pretty fast for 35 speed.
upon us. Harmony must be imposed.
This will keeps taking the physical resistance. This can go a very high number. And we get money out of it as well.
Serene Nestra.
Tempestuous Arahan. When do we fight?
Only
No siege
when
attacker here, I'm
necessary.
afraid, and 3 survivors. So we're gonna have to wait 1 turn there. We'll confederate video at tier 5, beautiful. Level turn 40.
Bring me battle!
Okay, now we can get extra character skills or extra battle skills. 21 ammo, 500 damage, huh? Get more physical resist, 12 attack, 12 defense, speed charge bonus. This has a range of 100 meters, duration 16 seconds. No, not bad for a sniper unit. Yeah, you can totally go campaign skills on them. Like after this has like not great options, everything is just okay-ish.
Harmony
I do have
has
the solid
prevailed.
resistances, right? Yeah. 40 defense, 74 attack. We do have 50 defense like this. If you're in the air, we don't really want attack and defense. Doesn't really matter that much. They can also shoot when they're fighting the ground, which is gonna be good on the dragon. Armor is good. Guess the health and the speed are the worst option here if you wanna consider going to melee. Get armor, physical resistance, and attack and defense. Dragon will hit hard with this one. Right now they're flying a lot and we might not see the dragon for a long time. The armor seems like it's the best option. There's a lot of those a little bit damage that adds up from the range. You only have solid resistance. At 15, 30, 62. I think this one will also count. It's gonna be 72. They're not armored, so better to get armor on top of those resistances. There's a lot of little bit damage that adds up here. We're gonna have more skill points anyways, so we're gonna be getting more stuff. Like I said, I'm not getting campaign skills on Sisters of Twilight and Draken the first time just to see this economy people were complaining about. And I don't see anything really. One magical forest, they would expect to have 1 million in the bank. Economy is more than good enough. The moment you get more magical forests, the money starts rolling in. Much like any other factions, except you get more from battles.
Craving prey.
Just need to get more magical forests to support more armies, that's just how it is. The wood elves before had the overpowered money. They're basically like chaos. If you go campaign skills, you can't really complain about money. It's just stupid.
It will be a glorious battle.
Protector of the forest.
We fight for the forest.
Well, this is gonna be a third battle, and we'll get our second magical forest. It's gonna be tier 5. And a third one, another tier 5, easy second army. And the last two, we're gonna start making money. We can consider third army or whatever. We're gonna be confederating all of them. Not fighting this time. Draka can confederate Durt, we're gonna have to fight the rest. While Sisters of Twilight can pretty much confederate everybody.
This is the life. Finally a fight.
Harmony shall reign.
On a 64 armor, 15 armor is better than 5 physical resistance. On our current resistances. There is nothing like it's not like
It'll be a glorious battle.
you know, the gray and white like, you know, Agatama usually goes. There's things in between which you have to, you know it for yourself instead of, you know, reading out of a book or a guide. They can get over 70% missile resistance, so armor is gonna be better than getting 5% physical resistance. Most of the time they're gonna be in the air, so armor is better than the physical resistance in that point. This is Mortal Empires. There's a one Beastman army that's managed to get to the Titan Peaks. The other resistances, the regular damage builds up more than the armor piercing damage. Especially if it's ranged. Which is gonna be the main source of damage taken. And it's also better against spells. You know, Akatama forgets physical resistance is physical damage. What about fireballs? What about magic attacks? Which makes armor superior to 5 magic physical resistance. Especially on 64 armor.
The forest's vengeance! We fight for the forest.
Make these fools cower. Total destruction.
Regrettable, but necessary. End their threat.
Okay, we'll get Withered. Before we read this, I need to get something to drink. Give me a few minutes. Be right back. I'm here, boys. So yeah, we have to secure or raise for the Orion Confederation 10 times, but we didn't have enough movement to second occupy here, and they would have been taken if we raised. I guess we would have wasted one more turn if we just occupied next turn. We don't have a siege attacker, so it's better just to occupy. So yeah, it's not like that simple. Also, the regions which are directly adjacent to Outer Loren should always be controlled as outposts, as an early defense before anybody can poke into Outer Loren. So we want to control Paravon, Kessel Carcassonne, Karak Buvdar, so we see them coming. No surprise attacks. So what it says here, destruction and distraction. It was all too easy to deviate the attentions of the simple money greens away from the Outer Loren. As soon as you went to war against one mob, word quickly spread from world to world that the Fae were venturing out of their forest in search of orc and goblin blood. As it's in their instinct, they turned their attention to finding you. Though the stupid brutes would obviously never get very far in that respect. Lord Findle of Vidriad is pleased with your actions and sends word that he is open to forming a confederation with you. Alternatively, you could leave him in charge of his glade and he will channel its energies to aid you. So I will confederate Vidriad. That's our second magical forest, turn 41. Much later than one in the other campaign. We also got perfect vigor, even more campaign wound range, and the Sisters of Twilight now have perfect vigor, which is amazing. And we also get less attrition suffer from all attrition, less casualty suffer from all attrition. Since our home is in Nagrod, Kekvi. We got Findel as well. Let's see what we got here. We got a Talon Kronos, Glade Captain. Okay. There's a third Forest Stalker here. Third spy, beautiful. It's no brain to keep.
Going forth.
The Forest Stalkers are companion agents.
Proud son.
You got the Spell Singer Life with Ariel chosen. Okay.
Finding the way.
And the Glade Captain. We get actually a pretty nice 3 heroes here. Stats that they picked is not bad either. One wasted here, but it doesn't matter really that much. Salt unit, man, what a fucking joke.
At your service.
Okay. There's a Weapon Master and Architect. The AI seems to focus the Wonders of the Forest, which is a pretty good skill to get. We got tier 5 settlement here, which is incredible. We can even get the I thought it was the other building. We can even get Forest Dragon. Okay, campaign wound range minus 20% for enemy armies starting their turn in this region. Local enemy armies. Don't they realize that this region is very small? Reload time reduction plus 20% for Hawk Riders units, all armies. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. What the shit? 3.8 reload. You're gonna run out of ammo so fast.
Oh my
And we can,
god.
I guess we can get more ammo here.
Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the hell?
Thanks, Boom.
You called?
Okay. What is this?
Go then.
We need to fix the health here. Greenskins, huh? 5 public order is very important. That's how we get public order, really. Well, hopefully it's not a crazy army. Okay, nothing special. You ambush them as well. What are the debuffs of being exhausted? I don't know really the exact numbers. But basically you lose a lot of stats. It's crippling, really, especially if the unit is not high rank. So this is a bunch of large units here. I can't believe they released the Wood Elf rework and they have not fixed this the AI deployment in this battlefield. We'll send our War Dancers with the Strife Spears into the large units.
Eternal Guard!
This is a forest, by the way, guys. Funny, he's the only unit with rats.
Defenders of Athelloren! Dauntless Azray! Orders understood!
Kurnos, bless us!
The forest calls! Eternal Guard! Orders!
Athelloren!
Aye!
Death to our enemy!
Aye away! Athelloren! Ready and waiting!
Ra! As you command!
Deepwood host! Battle ready! Moving!
Orders! Ha! Armed and ready!
Fury fair! Blade guard! Way watchers! End them! Straight away! Ready for battle!
Swiftly! They will die! Ha!
Ever ready! By Kurnos! Moment ready! Armed and ready! At speed! Death to all! Children of Athelloren! Blade guard! Bowman ready! With haste! Ha! Glade Lord!
Is it me or these guys don't have the VAR ability? How the fuck they still keep adding greenskins factions that don't have VAR? Please tell me I missed the VAR here. Please tell me Elish blind here.
Archers ready! Yes? As you say. Dauntless Azray!
Rebels don't have a VAR and now these special arms don't have a VAR.
Way Watchers!
Attack!
Armed and ready! Aye! With haste! Eternal Guard! Ready to fire! Yes! Quickly!
We need to disband this army, but we confederate the cell the people, so might need to keep them for one more turn. Because when you confederate the garrisons, you have to replenish since they switch to your faction garrison.
Ha! We are tireless!
Eternal Guard!
It's kind of sad that there are greenskin armies in the game and that it can't VAR.
Ready!
And the savage orcs are not counted as greenskins. That's just fucked up.
Our bows are yours! Ready! With pace! I will comply! Now! At once! Swiftly! At speed!
I have the moment to finish them off. Nice money.
Starting out. How can I assist you?
God damn it, Garrison, what the shit? Fix this shit!
Great Lord of Athel Lauren! Are you away?
Greenskins in the fucking forest, a full veteran army here, they're on fucking life support, dragging their machines around,
Have you seen that shit?
and it's 50-50 because the garrison is damaged.
I stand ready. With pace. Athel Lauren! My Kronos!
Dang English cake. Pachakutip. Pachakutip. It would be hilarious if they actually says like a close victory at the end, because we retreated our force, the diminished garrison. I think it would have been 50-50 against our garrison, man.
Finding pathways. How can I assist you?
Okay. Pachakutip. Pachakutip. If you're wondering where that's from, Scotty, I guess you have never played the Civilization 5. It's kind of like an inside joke from C5.
Aja Chukanchi, Nyukamikani Pachakutik.
There you go. Any longer that, this shit is gonna get muted.
At your service.
Pachakutip. Pachakutip.
What do you need?
What do we have here? Disband this. We could just ban them. We could also send these wave watchers to Sisters of Twilight. Not big deal if it loses a little bit of money.
Serene Nestra.
Tempestuous Arahan.
The forest has spoken. Traveling.
I don't want to trespass right now. We have a confederation penalty which lowers relations. Okay, what do we have here? How is this place tier 5 and they haven't upgraded this or build economic buildings? What the shit? What the f... They build a fucking hunting camp and not a grapevines building? This is when you put trash resource buildings, have spaghetti code and different AI priorities. Look at the core economy building, 1,000 per turn. And they build this instead. We don't really care about this building with the elves. Two Glade Riders, 3 Wildwood Rangers, 2 Tricky, 1 Trim, and 1 Waste Hog, 3 Tribute Scouts. 4, 5, 7. This one should be pretty safe, but tier 2 one makes sense. It's already been upgraded, man. What the hell? And you know, also extra spell singers as well. This landmark is gonna be crazy for our Hawk Riders. We need the armory for the Wild Riders with shields and the Blade Singers. We probably best to put the cavalry building, melee building, and the armory in a separate settlement, and not here. We wanna split military recruitment into 2 settlements. So the missing buildings, we need what? 2 buildings. We need the crack holes and the grapevines, 2 buildings. So we don't need anything else, right? I guess we can keep the dragon building here. It does make sense. So we build the Ataloran building, the flying building, and the grapevines building instead of these 3. And when it comes to other recruitment, we'll be getting melee, cavalry, and armory in maybe Orion's place, and we'll get a Forest Spirit in Dorcas' place. And we have all the recruitment. You don't want to put all the military recruitment in a single Wood Elf settlement. You want to split them among 2 or 3. Remember guys, they're stat horse. Don't build this garbage and they might buff it.
These are dark times.
Why not remove growth building? Because it's not just a growth building. It's income, replenishment, trade, and growth. These are all 3 critical for the economy. Also get buffed by the core building. Tier 1 growth building is 2 times better than a hunting camp, which is a resource building which you can only build in some settlements.
Glade Lord, at your service.
There is a still landmark here, huh? Upkeep production for the Great Eagle Hawk Rider units minus 5%. Provides a garrison of 3 Hawk Riders and 3 Great Eagles. This garrison is actually pretty good for this faction, so it's our best option here, right? Yeah. Funny how this garbage has actually become a usable building to build. This used to be a complete trash. We get cheaper Hawk Riders and we get a better garrisons here. Imagine getting trade with this faction. Oh man.
The forest.
When the fuck are we gonna be able to switch capitals? Why is the capital of Wood Elves not the Oak of Ages when you capture it? Why, game? Why?
Eternal Guardian. Silently.
Guardian of the deep wood. Treading silently.
Mother of the Dark Convent.
Who seeks the counsel of the Witch King?
We currently have a big trespass penalty here, and we don't have the technology for diplomacy yet. This is imminent attack unless you give me some money.
I approve.
Technology will give us 35 relations.
I accept.
Might still attack us anyways. This will at least lower the chances. We could keep this one. So we got 4 stalkers now.
The forest is whispering.
We got this one as well. This is more enough spice than we need.
Going forward.
4 stalkers, that's ideal. Ideal. 3 is like enough. So I get 4 and we have even 1 extra.
Inseparable. Invincible.
If you lose Witchwood, the capital will switch. So if you want to have a trade, lose Witchwood once you complete the ritual. And your capital will be in Ateloren. As long as you don't expand closer to that area. It should be switched to this area here. There's a massive garrison in Arnheim, and Arnheim is okay for a capital. So if you lose the Witchwood, your capital is Arnheim, and you can actually trade with people. But trade is not critical. You get enough money from battles and magical forests.
Guardian of the Deepwood.
Can you imagine in a fucking strategy game that's been out for 4 years, nearly in the 4th year now, then you have to consider to lose your fucking capital so you can actually get a more lore-friendly strategic location for your capital? Clan Hungry, anybody? Crooked fucking moon that at least don't have to trade. Imagine with Clan Morse taking Karakate Peaks and some random settlement you captured down there is your capital instead because it's your headquarters.
Lord of the Glade.
Schwarzhafen is the capital of the von Carstens when you take Castle Dragenhof. Pachakuti. Okay, what do we have here? We got Findala. This has to be assigned to a Glade Lord. I guess it'd be assigned to him. More movement range, more money from raising. We can feather again in a couple of turns. Ooh, Malaki just destroyed the exits of Nehek. We really need that diplomacy technology. We might miss it by a couple of turns and he'll attack us. How do you unlock Ariel? No idea. We haven't got that part yet. Hold on, actually the Beastman destroyed the exits of Nehek. Fucking hell, imagine being Tomb Kings and you get destroyed by the Beastman. Okay. So we completed the ritual in the Witchwood. We got 5,000 gold. A massive public order for 10 turns. Ember, what's more important. The Queen emerges. Your recent efforts in healing the glades of the world have roused Ariel from Oak of Ages. She has emerged to lend her strength to your great cause. So it looks like this faction gets Ariel when you complete the ritual here. One sec. We haven't seen Ariel yet, really. We just seen Ariel in trailer. So this now is at max forest health, 20% research for forest health to Lauren, and we can also upgrade the Elven Gods building. We get a better garrison and more missile strength faction-wide. We also get immunity to mountain and snow attrition. This place has a massive garrison now as well. We did one amber. Looks like the best option by far is the plus 35% more ammunition. We're playing elves after all, not the forest spirits. And on top of that, we get diplomatic relations plus 10 with all factions, which makes for an overall smoother campaign because it lowers the chances of random stuff happening, like people declaring war. And we need to please Malekith right now, otherwise we'll just destroy the whole area on the other side. So this is the way. The armor alone makes it the best option, but getting extra 10 diplomacy is amazing. Yeah, we're gonna be friends with both Dark Elves and the remaining High Elves. We're not gonna be picking sides. We're just gonna stay in the middle. With this faction, it's more possible to play both sides because Sisters of Twilight have a skill which gives you plus 15 diplomacy with all elves. What the hell? Look at this. She's huge! Giant, really.
Defender of the weak.
The aspect of Isha. Tremble.
So she's a legendary hero. She's Avatar of Isha. The magical force of nature flows to the Queen of Lauren as if she were Isha herself. 360 upkeep. She has replenished troops, cleanse corruption, spread public order. So she has both cleanse corruption and spread public order. Block army, wound, and nature red. Wound. One day those wounds gonna be all assassinated. She comes with a full set of gear. 6660 health, 30 armor, 100 leadership. Might be unbreakable. Yes, she is. 50 high speed, 40 melee attack with magical attacks, 50 defense, 440 weapon strength. Looks like 160 AP. 40 charge bonus. Looks like pretty good stats with 20 physical resistance. So the base stats are pretty good. 20, 50 missile resistance and 50 magic resistance. She has fear and terror and courage, perfect vigor, vanguard, can hide, a strider, blessing of the angels for more power in the trees. Starts with shield of thorns, the dwellers below, apotheosis, tempest, word of pain, soul stealer, dart of doom, acorns of the oak of ages, and berry wine. So it looks like she has some lot of life spells, some lot of high magic, and some lot of dark magic. Oh, looks like the good stuff. And unique abilities are Dart of Doom, 3 uses, 2-minute cooldown, is a magic missile, 200 meters. This stone-tipped dart carved directly from the Tree of Woe is magically engraved to cripple weapons and deliver painful injury. Applies minus 25% weapon strength on contact. Why is it green? I guess it's a benefit there. I get it has to separate it from the other negative things of the ability. Acorns of the Oak of Ages. So it lowers this. It's actually looks like bigger awakening of the wood. No duration on this ability. It doesn't say. It probably has duration. I just forgot to put it. So this is looks like these are bound spells. This doesn't even cost any power. So these 3 she can cast without using any power. So there's a magic missile. There's an explosion. And the third one is buff, very short range, one-time use. It's a regrowth. Berry wine. She can use it on self or an ally. Big heal and restores all vigor. Forest magical berries yield an intoxicating yet rejuvenating brew poured enough in a single acorn cup to manifest its desired effects. Concentrated within a single acorn of the mighty oak is the potential for an instant and devastating release of an explosive magical power. Looks pretty amazing already just with this set of abilities. Queen of Ataloran gives her a perfect vigor, wins a magic cost minus 10% for all spells, wins a magic power reserve plus 20. Oh, that's pretty amazing main trait. Once the foremost of the elven magi who first settled Ataloran's glades, now an all-powerful mage queen of deep prophetic wisdom. Additional casualties if she's in the area and the enemy is trespassing. So what are the items? Heartstone of Ataloran. Focus upon the East ancient gem can help to calm its bearer's inner thoughts and constant resilience when the winds are used against them. Local enemy armies lose 10 magical resistance. She gets 15 magical resistance, and enemy hero action success chance has minus 35% chance against her. So it'll be hard to target her. The Dart of Doom. So this is where she gets the ability. Has a higher percent chance of wounding the target, and it increases the attrition for the enemy from Ataloran and Awakened Forest attrition. Berry Wine lowers her wound recovery time, gives her the ability, and increases the plenish troops 8%. Acorns of the Oak of Ages gives a huge untainted and growth in local province. This also grants her the ability. And the Arcane item grants her additional 20 winds of magic power reserve. This twisted and gnarled staff is cut from the rare and magical witch elm tree which draws magic from the ground beneath. Also lowers the cost on the Dweller's Blow by 2. The followers of the heroes are still underwhelming. Really underwhelming. The Walls Anvil Smith is pretty much the only thing that's usable. This is good. Maybe the next 3 work. Let's check the skill tree. The Evergreen, the Queen in the Woods influences every acre of her realm, but her life force ever intertwined with her forest itself. So more public order and untainted in the local province, not even faction wide, level 5. Local cheaper construction, faster construction, 5% tax rate. Probably gonna be an army conquering stuff instead of protecting stuff, so these abilities are not very exciting, but do help in a small way. Wherever Ariel trades, trees and vegetation are compelled to spring forth and to provide sustenance and haven for kin. Stuff like this pretty much only good in a magical forest, and most of the stuff that you're gonna be conquering with elves, if you're gonna be conquering, is gonna be outposts, so not very good abilities, because this is mainly for the magical forest itself. So area like Crack Halls of Findle or the King's Glade, not Paragon or any of this area where she's gonna be usually present. Orders calling in the Glades are to survive these dark times. The Queen needs champions willing and able to put her lands to the sword. +3 Lord Recruit rank for and +3 Hero Recruit rank faction. Why not? That's nice. There's all rank 5. Isha Blessing. Winds of Magic starting around +15 and Mage is 25%. Isha's Blessing. 2 Ariel's in content of deific power, capable of wielding spellcraft as if she herself were goddess of nature. Lowers the miscast base chance by 50% and lowers the cooldown of all spells by 15% and lowers the cost of all spells by 10%. Oh, that's an amazing skill. Archspell of Isha grants her health and armor piercing weapon damage. The other one, Archspell of Isha 2 grants her 25 anti-infantry and charmed attacks. Not sure what charmed attacks does. It should actually say here, but it doesn't. It becomes even more warlike as the decline of the natural world continues, thus perpetuating her dangerous moth-like form. I think that's the ability the Sirens have, which lowers the attack on hit. Forest Gifts ability number of users +1 for Dart of Doom and Echoes of the Oak of Ages, and lowers the cooldown on these abilities. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ripe Pickings gives you additional use of berry wine and lowers the cooldown on berry wine and gives a generation. Nice. Terrible and Beautiful. All shall love me and despair. Okay, Galadriel. Okay, ability Blight of Terrors, ability Resplendence of Luminescence. She has a Hex which lowers the leadership around her by 16, which she has to activate. Nice joke. And a constant buff for 5 attack, 10% weapon strength. That's nice. Go with more melee stuff. Howdy. So we got Apotheosis on 2 points here, no passive. She only has cheaper stuff and a lower cooldown. Under Pain, Shield of Thorns, Tempest, Soul Stealer 1 point, thank God. Well as well 2 points. There's magical results in the middle. Then we get the Life's Bloom. So just regular Life Bloom here. There's an Ancient's Protection. Looks like she'll suffer, but this is only physical resistance. 10%, 10 seconds. And Warderwood is missile strength. Every time she casts a spell, these things activate. There's also Greater Arcane Conduit at the end. Wound block armor, cleanse troops, cleanse corruptions, prepare quarter specialist. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. A lot of spicy stuff. And then like feels like directly powerful, just a lot of options. Just everything just builds up. Strange, no Earth Blood. She gets Dwells Below, Shield of Thorns from Lord of Life, plus the Life Bloom. She gets Apotheosis and Tempest from Lord of High Magic, together with Ancient's Protection, which is just renamed a non-ward save, instead physical resistance, Shield of Suffering. And she gets I guess this one is pretty much. This one is the dark magic version for high elves. She gets Soul Stealer and Word of Pain. Word of Pain, which you can ignore, but a Soul Stealer can be pretty potent. There are 3 more skills here. Eternal Sisterhood. Ariel's handmaidens are imbued with the boundless energy of spring. On rank 1, global and local recruitment duration -1 turn for Sisters of the Torn local armies. And it grants armor piercing missile damage +1% for Sisters of the Torn units in the hero's army. On rank 2, it's pretty much doubled and also grants perfect vigor for the Sisters of the Torn. So you maybe wanna consider using some Sister of the Torn with her in the army. At +10% armor piercing missile damage for Sister of the Torn doesn't sound a lot. If I remember, those javelins they had armor piercing unless they changed that. So they get plus 1.5 damage, and on rank 2 they get plus 3 AP damage. It's bare bones really, but Perfect Vigor is nice. Retains their high physical resistance. That unit has a good bound ability, so it's a solid unit. It's like use 1 or 2 in the army.
Mage Queen.
Chosen champion. What it says here? Ariel's handmaidens imbued. The Queen of the Azrai rarely commands armies, but those she empowers to lead the Deepwood host do so with illustrious authority. So accompanying lord gets 10% ward save in 20% leadership order size. There's also Tapestry of Magic. Ariel's magics interweave with those of her sorceress acolytes, infusing the air with the harmony of power. The whole army gets cheaper means of magic cost for all spells, and the Sisters of Thorn get more usage on the Shield of Thorns, which is a pretty good ability with a lower cooldown as well. So it does look like you want to have 1 or 2 Sisters of Thorn with Ariel in the army.
When do we fight?
Only when necessary.
Bring me battle!
Okay. Looks like next step is to fight Bretonia so we can confederate Torgwon. Should be done in the next couple of turns, 4 turns. So we have public order from this. At least the abundant growth stacks. If you have 10 turns, you could do another one. You add another 5 turns or whatever the duration is on that one. It almost looks like the clan Skryre is making move on the Orion.
The forest calls.
They're actually just in the range of Carcassonne as well. They might actually poke here.
Proud son of Athel Lauren.
Duty.
Adventure. Fear me.
She stands on rank 1.
Glade Lord. I acquiesce to your request.
She says Siege Attacker. I don't think we didn't see a Siege Attacker there. We don't have a Siege Attacker. We need to attack this guy so we can get those 3 bells. But we have to time it. They're actually fighting other Bretonians, so it's fine here.
Orders?
We should make sure the clan Skryre doesn't do anything here.
Highborn.
Serene Nestra.
Tempestuous Arahan.
Can I offer assistance? How can I assist you?
Send this in the reserve. Start regiments of renown.
Supreme Defender of Lauren.
Azray.
Ready to serve. On the move.
Twin defenders of the Glades.
This one doesn't really fit this army if we put Ariel in it. And, we want that boom and range, so we have Max here.
You called?
Treading softly.
Put her outside for now, we'll find a role for her.
You need me? Starting out.
go with this and we'll see what remains here. We'll get a second army, the one we want once we confederate again.
When do we fight?
Only when necessary.
Nature provides her bounty.
Sisters ready. Moving with grace.
We really need in this army as a siege attacker. I guess those Zods will become available again.
Defender of the domain.
Late Captain should go into the army. He can help pin some stuff.
Harmony of spring.
Thrill of the hunt.
Miss Jed, howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you.
We want you.
You got a pit boy. We definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you.
You are either very brave or very foolish.
We get this thing next turn, and it's gonna take probably a couple of turns to activate. Well, it's gonna be random with what's gonna happen there.
The forest is whispering. I will slow them.
This will lower their chances here.
I hide.
They better not take down Orion there.
Lord of the Asray.
This thing is about tier 2. We get tier 4 in 12 turns. And this is increasing. We really need to take the hitlands around Atalora now.
Orders? Stalking.
Castle Carcassonne, Canal, Karak Buvdar, this area here even. Or just get into another magical forest somewhere.
Hunter God.
This is a glad captain strategy. Strategy doesn't work
Yes?
on the heroes.
Moving.
It's interesting this situation here that nothing happened.
Highborn.
Orion did just replenish. Why did this unit kinda remind me of the Howling Banshee, just fantasy version?
All hail Colonels. Tracking.
What?
What is Clanagin doing?
Incarnate. Know this and weigh your words.
Well, war with Crooked Moon factions. This place will take a couple turns to replenish. So our enemies right now, Clan Molden in the north due to a bug, and these two beastmen in the west. The beastmen overrun the area in the west. I think the Malik will bring them down. So to best heal the Ataloran forest, increase the power of the Oak of Ages, we would need to take this list of settlements. Or get another magical forest, so we can work to get another +4 per turn. Securing Ataloran is always the top priority. Nothing really else matters. So we are working on that right now, confederating the other elves and make sure this area is secured, the sub-forest is safe, and we get more armies. Nice that the Clan Scryer didn't go crazy here. They actually got stopped. It's nice to see. They usually sometimes go crazy here. So now I have the Wisdom of the Ash is the Ember technology, which are powerful technologies, some more than others. Gives us plus 35% more ammunition to all armies and diplomatic relations plus 10 with all factions. So now the ruler's tolerance to the Heralds of Ariel is 25, 15 from the skill and 10 from technology. It's currently a penalty, confederation penalty, which builds up, but will go away when the debuff expires.
My words have great power. No!
What happens if we give him all our money for this? He probably is there really rich right now.
You forget yourself.
He does not like Hexoatl. 3 with Hexoatl on. And Hexoatl what? Has 1 settlement? They actually have 6, so they're actually doing something down there. If I break this with the Mazdamundi, he might attack us. But getting attacked by Malekith here is worse. He might have plans to attack Exoatl. Right now that -9 is manageable. But this army has been parked here for a few turns now. There's a technology here for plus 10 diplomatic relation with Dark Elves and another plus 15 here. But they're away. I have to get from the other side. This will give us plus more forest health from 1 to 3 for this lord when we're fighting in magical forest and other heatlands. They do have that ability as well, these sisters, so it's gonna be, I think it's 1 from battle or 2, and you get additional 2 for, when they do it. It's gonna be great for Ateloran, because most of the battles will be in this area now.
Yes.
Serene Nestra.
Tempestuous Arahan.
Moving.
This guy might be going for Briona.
Ariel's will.
It is forbidden.
The Sisters of Twilight.
Duty calls.
What would you have of me? How may I help? Elenil, come forth!
Yeah.
Twin defenders of the glades.
When do we fight?
Only when necessary.
Looks like Castle Baston is having problems to the north. It's probably best time to attack. They might get confederated soon.
Honor before glory. Bow before the rightful lords of this land.
We'll second occupy this one here.
Fus speaks to me.
Harmony shall
We're still waiting for the siege attacker. I'll just keep the Zolts in the army for the siege attacker and we'll get a dragon.
Traveling.
There should be 3 battles here.
Tracking. Protector of the forest. The deep wood stirs.
Defend Lauren.
They are marked.
Woodland Warden. The hunt shall be tireless.
Look like Captain the army provide increased mobility. Like if the Sisters of Twilight use that item top of her unique skill and the home amongst the boss additional 5%, I don't think you will need the increase mobility in the army.
This is the life.
But there's all the traits that you get, Taskmaster, Sea Legs and stuff like that, which probably cap it, because then the March Stance will do nothing. Yeah, the Killet Captain is kind of pointless in this army, especially after that technology. I guess we can experience her a bit.
Defender of Athel.
I'm having scouts on each side until we expand the hitlands. We don't have to move all of them, we'll just sort up the here not moved notification. Do we build anything here anymore? Just economy, which requires kindreds. Yeah. All the betting we have right now, Malekith could attack us. Nothing we can do about it. There's a random diplomacy that can happen right now here, because the negative -40 is building up with what else? It'll go away in 5+ turns. In 3 turns, you no longer build up to -40, and then the -40 starts to go against towards 0 because the debuff is gone. Nothing is instantaneous. It takes time to build up the negative or the positive diplomacy. I have to sack Canal and occupy it. Did you miss the Gwen stream? No, I did not play Gwen today. Didn't have the time. Looks like another event for public order. Unless the Wood Elves have these 3 or 4 different public order events, so I guess they don't need a public order building then. Now that we actually know that one more exists, they didn't really need a public order building. Although it would be nice in the core building. So event seems really random. Festival of the Equinox. Interlopers in the Trickster Woods have been caught and brought before you to face justice. The sentence is clear: death. Yet before you can pass judgment, one of the captives issues a brazen challenge. If he can last 1 hour in battle with a war dance, then he and his friends go free. If not, he accepts your sentence. It is a downright bold request, but one you have no obligations to accept. Who cares? Give me that public order. Kill him.
Deepwood Guardian. Silently. Hunting. Protector of the forest. Guarding. Opening the way. Guarding. All hail Kernos.
Holding the garrison so you don't have to need to kill as many in the city.
The forest is whispering. Bring it down! I will snuff out their light. Awaiting orders. What orders?
Stalking.
There's an event here. It's lowering our stuff here. We should go check it out. It's gonna be much easier to do all this events happening in the forest once I get a second army. We are getting there. Once I get a Walls Army, I'll get a second army. Might just keep Date's army. But I'm probably just gonna modify it to see some other units.
end their threat. Battle, a regrettable necessity. The land must be cleansed. They cannot remain a threat.
I have to sack because of the Orion's quest. Holy shit, we almost have movement. Look at this movement, man.
Harmony has prevailed.
We have pretty much all max movement already. It was the first battle with Bretonia, right? Guess this is gonna be the third one. This is gonna be Occupy here. Shame this movement is rough here. I think one of the heroes is blocking us here.
Itching for fresh battle. Looking for a fight.
Spreading harmony.
An ambush. How delicious.
Oh, delicious. So what should she providing to the army? Clenched troops?
Duty.
So the base is doubled. You don't even have to get a skill immediately. She can take this on rank 2, and then is this on the next rank. Let's see if this matters. I don't think we're gonna keep Lekab in this army. Put him in the second army. Put her in the second army. Okay, I really wanna improve the rest of our diplomacy here. There's definitely some good stuff. I'm gonna go for diplomacy technologies. This is +1 per turn to all own magical forest. Takes too long to get to Dark Elf 1, so I guess we'll get Kadai first. I'm gonna steal some research with 2 spell singers, so we'll get some more research bonus. Kadai gives Forest Elf +1 per turn to all own magical forest. It gives us diplomacy to High Elves, so the High Elves kinda ignore us. And makes the Winds of Magic, makes the spells of Lord of Life and Lord of High Magic cheaper by 1. Which is kind of massive for the Apotheosis and the Earthblood. It's a very strong technology. The fact the High Elves will pretty much like us without even treatise is gonna be solid. We just have to make Malekith like us, so we keep that landmark here.
You may speak your words.
I think the gifts make sense right now. He has a lot of money though. We get another 25 relations to Malekith. 27 actually. The trees with Nag and Hexal will build up. We might need to consider dropping treaty with the Hexotl if we want to get trees with Malekith. We just need non-aggression Malekith and that's it. It should be enough.
Such masterful handiwork.
Next turn we get potentially new
I
item.
want one too.
So there was nothing to be upgraded apparently.
I live to serve Ariel.
I love it how you leave and there's actually option to leave and they comment like they got an item. The fuck?
The seasons smile upon us.
Was that the fuck is this? Fuka? The big necker. Yeah, because of there's a version -20 Amir plus your other diplomacy. But if you get 35 from technologies, should be okay. There's always a chance he'll attack it. It's just how it is. The Dark Elves are more unpredictable than the High Elves for the Wood Elves. Avalon calls for aid. Ganvale, a messenger from... This is actually an item that lowers upkeep for all units in the army. And it probably can be equipped on a hero. Summons a unit of Glade Guard. Damn, this shit is spicy! Whoever dons this cloak does not just become one with the forest, but one with the hardened sentinels who guard Atal Kaelin's fluctuating portals. This shit can get upgraded. We encounter the acolytes of the Keeper. So it looks like there's a quest here. The Chaos just raised again, Vale. Oh, nice event. Poof on the capital. Oh, there goes tier 5 capital. Avalon calls for aid. A messenger from Avalon court of the Everqueen Ariel has arrived with dire news. A mighty host of chaos has invaded their kingdom, seeks to burn it to the ground. I guess some idiot has opened the portal to Chaos City, because this is all clips, you can invade it from this side. The demon worshippers masters thirst for Azure souls, but more than that they are seek to annihilate the heirs of Venerian, destroy the vortex that prevents their return. Lyle has hastily opened up the world road's pathway to Avalon and beseeches for aid. Yeah, carry on, we don't care. Where were we? Yes, fighting Bretonnians for confederations.
Serene Nestor.
Tempestuous
Okay.
By Lady Ariel. Fear the wrath of Athel.
It's like, bitch, we got a full quest log. Come on. Let me just send one of my 10 armies and we'll do it no problem. In 50 turns. What the fuck is this event, man? We only have a full quest log here. What the shit?
Swiftly. Yes. Opening the way. Waiting. They shall.
Oh, nice. These guys just succeed every time. Sometimes lucky.
Guardian of the Deepwood.
The Sisters of Twilight.
No siege attacker. We're gonna have to wait additional turn. Well, not for long.
It will be a
This might be the last time we have to wait one turn for siege. It's being the Zod saved us quite a bit of money, but some extra turns were spent. So we need to raise or sec another 9 settlements for Orion and 2 more battles with Bretonnia. We'll second occupy here and then we'll second occupy here. And this should be a Confederation Wolves Anvil, which might keep that penalty a bit longer here. But it should be with a good timing, right? Probably should not try to complete the objective before finish this. You might not be able to confederate if this one is still up, just to be sure. Wait another turn. That penalty will stay, but we have bonus relations from 15 from and 25 actually, 15 from Sisters and 10 from Technology, so should be fine. Let's get stack some tech here.
Behold, destruction.
Try to get some research going. You just take the penalty from me? It's fine as well. Nice. Nagaron has declared war on the Norsk and the North instead of on us. That's beautiful. I hope those gifts influence this. Surely did. We're making sure the Nagaron doesn't attack us. We try to, with the remaining Dark Elves, High Elves, stay neutral. Just non-aggression pacts and military access. No alliances. There was a Walkman there, huh? We just constructed the crack holes and the crack holes of Findle, and we just acquired more bonuses for the Hawk Riders. Reload time reduction 20% for the Hawk Riders, which is that's actually an absurd amount.
Attack? Absolutely.
So they pretty much have, I think, gonna have the minimal possible reload time, because there has to be shooting animation as well. They're just gonna be aim, shoot, aim, release, aim, release, aim, release. And this one can still get one more rank, which will increase the improve reload time a little bit more. That landmark is pretty crazy for Sisters of Twilight. Our name is not currently not available. Will be within the next campaign.
Defender of Athel Lauren.
The Forest's vengeance! We fight for the Forest.
Clan Septic. I think you confused it with Clan Septic, Looper. I think Clan Septic is the one you think of in Lastria. You know, I'm starting to wonder, does she have legs? She does, okay. She does have legs. Feet, not hoofs. I don't know. I don't know. Can you actually see underneath that? You can see the feet. Okay. So not the anti-infantry war dancers, but should still be enough. Too much for the for them Bretonians to handle.
Glade guard!
So anyway, watches us around. Well, what the hell? This is I thought she might have hoofs like the Orion. It's just perfectly acceptable to wonder. We've seen Orion how he looks like on the bottom half.
Bowman, ready?
I don't know how Ariel looks like her body.
The season of war!
Riders of Athel Lauren. Orders
Lady airstrikes commence.
It is done. Yes. Understood. As you say, it shall be done.
And just fly into the city, boys.
Our bows are yours.
I guess we can better wine to heal her.
Vengeance of nature!
God damn. I do definitely get Galadriel vibes from her. She does even have one of the quotes from Galadriel. One of the lines.
Queen Ariel!
She's definitely scary as Galadriel's scary form.
Ariel, expect! Nature calls us!
Highborn captain ready!
And this definitely seems to be doing more damage. Look at that artillery unit just went poof. The rate of fire on this Hawk Riders now is crazy, and we just in time for to get extra ammo with it, right? We're gonna be shooting non-stop. What's their AP now? 10? 10 more in the ambush fights.
Sisters of Twilight! Quell Isha!
Riders ready. Go!
Sisters should just probably stay close since all this shooting is happening. I mean, what the answers, really.
For all, Lauren!
You guys don't have to fire.
Our bows are yours. Steady.
Take over the wall.
Asray riders. Yes.
Yeah, the knockback that happens, most of the damage doesn't happen after that, unless it's a large unit that cannot really knock down.
Right. Orders received.
There is some friendly fire, because if there are too many of them in one area, depending how they shoot. Pretty sure. The next confederation is Vols, Arnvil, and Torgon. We're uniting under Lore now by completing the quests. We'll get 3 armies and then do whatever we want. Same like in the Draca campaign. So the plan here is Sek, so we get point for Orion, and then we occupy. Why do we occupy?
They cannot remain a threat.
So they lose a settlement. It's a walled city, huh? There's the penalty is gone, so we can immediately confederate this one, huh?
The woods of Athaloran welcome.
I believe we don't really care about that settlement.
When do we fight?
Only when necessary. They are marked. Their disharmony ends.
We fight for the forest.
Sek.
Make these fools cower.
And Confederate Torgon, like this says here. Your attacks upon the Bretonnians have showed them who the dominant power is in the region. Through the land of chivalry, from duke down to peasant, the reputation of the Fey folk garners even more fear and respect than ever before. Lord Date may be blind, but his lack of vision has not stilled his tongue, and it is no secret that he approves of your actions. Torgon is now open to joining you in Confederation. Alternately, you can leave Lord Date to tend this glade, and he will channel the energies to aid you. Now that we have 3 magical forests, means we can get 2 armies. It's like good time to get a second army going.
Bring me battle.
To get Orion, we would head to Sek or Razor Sek 10 settlements total. We definitely take this one because it's the part of the Athaloran forest.
To battle, sister. Inseparable.
And more forest health.
Proud son of Athaloran.
Okay, what do we have? 2 more Waste Stalkers. We don't need this many Waste Stalkers. We already have too many campaign heroes. Data. Ariel's chosen architect. Yeah, speaking the Elven Steed.
Asray.
There are Glade Riders with spears here. Yeah, you can actually see the spear. I can see it if you go in. There are 2-way watchers here.
I acquiesce to your request.
Galadriel the Hegbane tips.
Craving prey.
Serene Nestra.
Tempestuous Arahan. When do we fight?
Only
We don't
when
need the
necessary.
Glade captain in this army. But we can level up one for the second army. The sisters don't need the Clay Captain in the army. Second cooldown. Yeah, the Air Lords get experience per turn. Six attack and defense does make more sense here, but they're a range unit primarily, so I'll pick physical resistance instead. They do have impressive melee stats as well, but we're gonna keep them in the air most of the time. So this makes more sense to unlock the prey.
These are dark times.
The second army will be led by either a Legendary Lord or a Spellweaver.
Order is all.
Glade Lord, at your service. Beginning my journey.
Our primary units in the Sisters of Twilight army are the Wave Watchers and Hawk Riders. We specialize in those. And the Sisters of Twilight specialize in archers and flyers. Missile units and flyers. I need to put one less. We need to get a siege attacker. Next turn they're back. This is a soul one because it's a growth. They have two siege attackers on the regiment's renown.
Can I offer assistance?
Well, they plan create a new army from ground up. Who's gonna lead the second army is going to be a Lord of Life Spellweaver. We have it with the Talon of Kronos. So what do we have in Wall's Anvil? Armor for Eternal Guard and Glade Guard, all armies, and cheaper construction faction-wide. That's not that bad. Okay. Tier 5. There's a Forest Dragon building here. We do not need this building here. We already have all the Waste Stalkers. So get rid of that. We should keep the melee building since armor is here already, and the cavalry. So if I remove this one, what remains? There's only one building remains, so it's the Ataloran special building or the spell singing building to get more health. Huh. The forest, this building actually makes more sense here. So it's perfect. It's perfect. We just get the Ataloran building, and we get a spell singer building. Perfect, yeah. And then now we can recruit all the units. We get our archers. Hold on. Let's see, just 1 second here. We just need the archers here and the flying building, right? I actually kept this building here, so that building is not even required. So you can get the filler building, the hunting camp. Let's see. So in here we want melee, cavalry, and armory. In the Halls of Indal we want ranged and flying. And in Durtu place we just get Forest Spirit. All around place doesn't really matter. Since, you know, depending which order you get them. But the middle ones and the bottom one is gonna be a combination of the two. It's perfect. So this one is removed because we're building it in the Halls of Indal. We remove this one because we already have all the Waste Stalkers. We are gonna be recruiting the ranged troops in the other one. So regarding recruitment, here is the melee and the cavalry, for which we need to keep the armory. So we don't need the flying, and we don't need the ranged. 2 buildings, of which one is spell singers, primarily because of public order from the Untainted, and extra +1 forest health, because you need to get 1 in each, because Outer Lauren needs forest health more than anything else. So the last 2 slots is the spell singers and the Outer Lauren. Here actually we don't need this building here. So the last building here could be, we could have kept the Forest Spirit building, yeah. What is the special one here anyways? So we don't really care what we build in Waterford Palace and King's Glade if we can feather these 2 first. Does do to have this building build up? Yes, so we don't really have to build it here. So we have 1 slot for whatever. And I guess it's gonna be the Wild Game. Somehow I missed this one here. So I decided to move this one, but I forgot to remove this one. So there's nothing else to build. We'll get this this building here. You could keep a hero capacity if you play a long campaign, but for a short campaign it doesn't matter. So we have all our recruitment options open. We got all the stuff like Untainted hero capacity on some heroes, and of course the forest health. This building is important not just because of Spell Singer, because it gives you +1 forest health per turn to the local magical forest, which is the most important forest, the Oak of Ages, Outer Lauren, which requires 400 to 500 for the last one.
Glade Lord, at your service.
I think Dirtu is getting a little bit hostile, but he has 3 enemies. Okay, non-aggression is there, beautiful.
You inconstant worm. No.
Remain calm.
Who's the biggest garrison here? There are 2 Hawk Riders here. This is the biggest garrison, but this one has 2 Hawk Riders. Our war with Baston doesn't matter anymore, so we'll make peace. What we care about now is Carcassonne, Karak Buvdar, and the Southern Grey Mountains. So we get the remaining heatlands, bordering heatlands. So we get more forest go per turn. Alternatively, we can just also move to another forest and get +4 from there. But securing Outer Lauren area around Outer Lauren seems more important.
Knowledge is power.
So fighting dwarves next makes sense because it will allow us to confederate Arguelon, and there's some heatlands in dwarf territories like Karak Nor. Karak Nor is probably the next best target, then Clan Angrund.
Duty.
Adventure.
The Deepwood stirs.
All hail Kernos.
How may I help? Ancients, bless my steps.
Silently.
So we'll keep an eye on this Skaven movements.
The forest is whispering.
Let's get some research.
Elenil, come
We'll
forth.
be failing on the research all the time.
Protector of the forest.
This one will stay at this side. Where are you going, friend?
Death comes for them.
The high rank. It's a Warlock Engineer here. Looks like he's coming to create a Undercity. Perfected Eagle Quiver. Ammunition, a little time reduction, and Eagle Quiver. And get it looks like one more shot there.
You are too kind, Lord.
It's kind of crazy that you can have that an enchanted item. Like this, the range stuff has been improved even more. More range, more missile strength, more ammunition, more reload time reduction, ammunition reload, missile strength, more ammunition, 10% missile strength, and there are some other various stuff. Looks like the beastmen are pissed here. Let them come. They're not taking attrition here. Ah, they're in a beast pad. Okay. 4K income, which definitely can make us start on this next army.
Twin defenders of the glades.
We also have 12% reload here. That's another reload time reduction. You're gonna be shooting pretty fast with all that. And they have a ability which lowers the reload time by another 1 second if nobody is close. Nobody within 70 meters. Ariel can trigger another buff to missile strength from Wrath of the Wood. Another 12% when she casts spells for 8 seconds. There's a lot of missile buffs. And yeah, there's another 15% here as well. Insanity for the elves, insanity.
Itching for fresh battle.
Amazing days when the range cards were relevant. I think they were a little bit too weak, especially in Ultra Scale back in the day, Shit Wizard. The heroes are getting there, while the lords definitely got there, especially the newer stuff. You do need to have this gear though, to make them relevant. And even on a Master Engineer, the gear now can make him relevant for that shot, even if it's fire at will. Did the chaos go poof by just a single small army there? Are they still the strongest on a small scale? It's possible, yeah. Their range attack is absurd. They actually come to fight. Nice. So this is what I'm talking about. The beastmen get all this arrogancy around raising small settlements, and they, think, they can handle a bigger target. I mean, this could be bad if there are other armies nearby, because if there are armies in a follow-up because of the potential damage. But we have some serious buffs here. There's mostly Ungurs here and 4 Wrecking Balls. Army on the left, Beastmen on the right, 50-50. Beastmen basically just there to bully them outposts. Save corruption waiting room. God damn it, shit wizard. Don't worry, in 15 minutes there's a raid invite. I'm streaming Blackwing Lair tonight. My second time in Blackwing Lair with the guild. This is a beautiful map.
Our bows are yours.
Can we snipe that tiger before he becomes a threat? Because the longer it's alive, the more... Ooh, there's a Forest Stalker here. We can definitely mess up that tiger. The Minotaurs can catch us, though.
Glade Riders. Eternal Guard.
These Dryads can absorb some charge from the Minotaurs.
Aye. Glade Guard. For the Eternal Realms.
He's sniping that tiger. You have to kill it because there's a if you don't kill it, it's just gonna keep shooting.
For the Eternal Realms. Very well. At once.
Minotaurs are engaging now.
At speed. Rise, sons of Kurnos.
You can slow down here.
By Kurnos. Swiftly. Attack. Hurry. Now. Understood. Go.
Those Deep Scouts are dead.
Archers ready. Swiftly. At once. Understood. Your orders. Right. Battle ready. Go. Let's hunt. At pace. Quickly.
Not bad, not bad.
Riders.
A lot of these counter Minotaurs.
To them. Ready to ride. Swiftly.
They're shooting out all the ranges, obviously.
Armed and ready. Stop. Azrai attack! Dead to horse! We stand ready! Armed and ready! Glade Riders! To war! Cavalry! Defenders of Athel Lauren! Athel Lauren! End them! Azrai attack! Hunter! By your command! For Athel Lauren! Deepwood archers! Children of Athel Lauren! Glade Riders! When ready! Quickly! I will! Blade Guard! They turn us!
Be interrupted doesn't finish all of it, huh?
Quickly, now! Hunters!
So the mounted archers work. They whittle down the enemy, and they draw swords to finish them off. Save some ammo.
Glory to the eternal realms! Forward!
Kill more in a charge anyways. Just whittle them down with range. It's not like it's the damage to the range cavalry. Just a harasser.
Glade Riders! Swiftly! Ever ready!
Forest Stalker! Moving fast!
We stand ready! Hunters! Draw your weapon! Trample them!
Going forth! Anathema! As you say! Right away! With haste! Go! With speed!
Glade Riders!
The forest shall
Attack! Protectors of the forest!
Ready!
Your orders!
Close victory, man! They nearly had us! I guess this is between a decisive and close. They nearly had my dragon and my treeman and most of my infantry. I had about 2 more breaths. Got the replenishment just to be safe. Yeah, we're good. Well, we're at a good point in this campaign. Just pretty much just gonna be securing out the Lauren and building up. The Great Stag Helm. Holy shit, they actually made this a good event. The Great Stag is a revered and treasured creature of utter lore and renowned for its magical ethereal properties. Many say that it represents the soul of the forest itself. On a hunt one day you come across one of the majestic creatures, presenting you with a unique opportunity. It is the way of the forest to hunt, a part of the natural cycle of life. If you could claim the antlers of such a great beast, you would be honored as a true master of the hunt. Yet there is much to be said for staying your hand and leaving the beast in peace. You would actually get some shitty untainted, I think, or missile strength for 750. Now a 750 actually gives you perfect vigor and physical resistance. Hunt makes fair targets for us all. The Great Stag will make a dazzling addition to any hunter's trophy collection. We leave it be, the soul of the forest is sacred and beasts should not be harmed, representing as it does the spirit of utter Lauren. No public order. Great Stag and Knights. This item is pretty damn good. There's another encounter here. Why is it so far? I guess it's the other forest. It's the Griffin Wood. Hope the game saved there.
Itching for fresh.
Is the game saved there? There's a Great Stag Helm here. There's like no way to really force a save now, right now. What will the sister do? Sister go for Karknor next.
What vile filth stands before
Looks like this is the last settlement down. I might as well finish the mode then. The piece is not possible.
Twin defenders of the glades.
This is the life. Fine, I'll go.
Did I forget to get the Zodes?
Serene Nestra.
Tempestuous Arahan.
Whoops! There's another
Moving
turn
with
going.
grace.
Okay. Siege Attacker, that will stay here. But the game just saved. Anyways, boys, switching to WoW Raid. I'll see you in a bit. Probably gonna do Clan Molder after the stream. Maybe we just do more Sisters though. We'll see. Laters.
Let there be